my Z followers, and welcome back to The Question, where you have the questions and I have the answers. And today's question is, who is my favorite celebrity and why? I know that's not a very serious question, but we had a very serious one last time I posted, so I like to break them up just a tiny bit. So, favorite celebrity is actually somebody that Ethan introduced me to. I know one good thing to come out of the relationship. That's mean. I'm sorry. But he is a musician. He's in a band. He's also a YouTuber, a gamer. You probably already know who it is. It's Dan Avidan of Ninja Sex Party, also known as Danny Sex Bang. You're probably thinking, you're ace, how the hell? But also, hear me out. He is my favorite celebrity because he sort of makes me feel whole. Background story. Dan, okay, restart. Background story. In Ninja Sex Party, their sort of personas is that he's a Jewish superhero, and goes around trying to, unsuccessfully get dates. And I'm also Jewish, and the special thing about him being Jewish is that he has a lot of similar sort of experiences that I have, because he grew up Jewish, but also he's not overly religious. He's not kosher, but he did have to experience that sort of growing up, and especially since he's from the New York, New Jersey area, and his dad is from Israel, just like my uncle and his family's from Israel. We've all sort of had a lot of similar experiences that I can't really relate to with anybody else, and that have sort of isolated me because I live in Washington State, and there's not a large Jewish population. So just hearing all of his stories and watching him just be so proud and joke about and just own up all of those experiences, and just that part of himself really sort of helped me to own that part and not feel so awkward and isolated about it, because I never got bullied for being Jewish, but at the same time people sort of look at me and they're just like, what are you, what do you do, and it was really nice to find somebody like that, to find someone that sort of had these stories, and I can just be like, oh, I've done that. And so many times I've just listened to him talking and telling about his life on his channel, Game Grumps, and I'll just start crying because it feels so nice to have someone to relate to. For example, he talks about how his dad would be singing all these songs in Hebrew for any holiday, and he and his sister pretend to know Hebrew, and I'm like, whoa, that's like me with my cousins. Everybody knows Hebrew, but not my family, because we would have been cut off from that ultra-religious side of the family. And it was eye-opening, and he sort of just owns all that. He doesn't wear the Star of David on his costume anymore, because he wants to turn it from, he wants to go a more mainstream, not really, religious icon anymore, but it still means a lot, and also because he's a very nice person. He's 40 years old, but he looks like he's 20. And he just has the kindest heart, which is not something you'd expect from someone who has a comedy channel about sex. But he's super nice, so sweet. Actually, right now he's doing a Saturday charity, and basically every Saturday he has a different sort of GoFundMe sponsor for a family. I think this Saturday was funding these 4 daughters to go to college, because their dad unexpectedly died, and they're kind of just alone now. And he's just wonderful, and I love him. And if I ever met him or saw them in concert, I would totally cry my eyes out, because apparently that's what I do now. I just cry over everything, but that's okay, because it's nice and it's healthy to let out that emotion. If you need to cry, it always feels better afterwards when you cry. I will never shame you for showing emotion. So that is my favorite celebrity. And if you have a favorite celebrity, or if you've heard of him, please comment below. I'd love to know who your favorite celebrity is and why. If you have any questions for me, also comment below. If you're new, please like and subscribe. If you're not new, please just like and then send to somebody else who can like and subscribe. I'm running low on questions. I think I have 2 more after this. So please send in questions. I love hearing about your questions. And I'm sorry that I post so irregularly, but I was in New York actually this last weekend, which is nice seeing that family that I just told you about. As awkward as ever, I might add. But yeah, have a great end of semester. Get in those final grades, pass your classes. I believe in you. And if you aren't passing your classes, I still believe in you. You can make it up next one. If your class is just not your thing, then I understand. I love you all. I want you to have absolutely great Sunday. And so long, thanks for all the fish. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.